are putting a finger on it. My question goes to the OAG. Did you go through the process of the recruitment of the county attorney to confirm whether that was done within the law or not? Or did you rely on the evidence provided from the ruling in court? Sure. Because that, I believe that is a dispute, isn't it? Could I be wrong?
Through the chair, we relied on, when you do the reviews, and yes, probably you can see the issue has been escalated to the court, and the court has made its pronouncement on terms of that recruitment. So we pick that as an evidence.
Chair, maybe just two issues from the OAG. When you flag the issue of non-refund, or there being no clarity as to whether a refund was made, what document would you have expected to get from the county government of Kisii to prove that money had been refunded? What document did you want to get from them?
Thank you. One of the things that we need to expect is the bank statement showing the reflection of the amount has been transferred, and it has been reflected in the accounts of the county government. Secondly, probably an acknowledgement also to showing that the money has also been received with the payee or the person who have already funded the payments. So those are some of the things that
Thank you. So on just those two documents, did you receive any of those documents? Did you ask for those documents, and did you receive them?
No, we have not received the bank statement in terms of the reflections, and we have not received the acknowledgements to indicate that the money has been received.
Okay. So, Chair, I rest my case.
So, okay, Senator Nyonka.
So what you're saying is actually the dispute that you are handling is not even with the process on how he was hired, only that you're saying that he was earning a salary when he shouldn't have been earning that salary. Then within the law, what does it mean when you earn a salary that you should not earn?
For us, it's irregular because if the court has pronounced that this staff has been recruited irregularly, and the court has already made a pronouncement on that, so what is the position? And you see those are court rulings that has already been done. Then the office just rely on that court ruling in terms of the irregularity of the recruitments.
Governor, you will help yourself, you will help us, you will help the people of Kisii by making sure that your internal audit, your audit committees are in place. Because these are issues that are easily verifiable. I think the auditor is just saying there's something that you're supposed to have given them that you did not give them in terms of evidence. But for me, really, the big thing is, has it been settled that the county attorney is now properly in office?
Yeah, the Court of Appeal has settled on this matter, that the county attorney is properly in office. And, there is a question Senator Dulo asked. Did they see the originals in their entry and exit? We could have expected the OAG to tell us that he asked for those documents, he was not given. But by assumption that because he was given an illegible document, he could write his report. Therefore, and again, you are doing us a disservice, OAG.
Order, Governor, leave the OAG out of this, because this judgment was delivered on, what date was it?
October?
October, 29th of October, 2024. Was it available to the auditor at that point? During the audit, because the auditor was on site up to, I think by this date, the audit was ongoing.
Yes, it was. So, and actually, he has indicated clearly that he captured even for September. Therefore, he must have interacted with those documents as they were.
So, Auditor, I may have missed that because I'm sure members asked. You are aware of this decision of the Court of Appeal?
Here, we are not aware about that appeal. What we are aware of is the court ruling, which was dated on 24th of January.
Or the initial one?
The initial one.
Yeah, because this has changed things.
Probably this has changed things. Again, I think as governor has pointed out, some of the things we really even appeal to the governors. Most of the governors are now attending even the entry meeting and exit meeting.
Yes.
And I think it will be very good if we can also appeal to the governor himself for him to be participating in those meetings.
I agree,
Those meetings
because
really
you come here to defend things that have been done by your officers. It will add a lot of value to do what the auditor is saying. Because I'm sure at the exit, if you saw this kind of query, you ought to have given the Auditor General the Court of Appeal ruling.
And I want to agree with you that going forward, OAG must be sure, even for me to make sure these people, any of the requests you have put across and they have not, so that from there we deal with them at that level, instead of us coming to really do it at the same.
To do it here.
Yeah.
This kind of audit observation, I mean, this guy is going to be lynched by people who don't like you. They'll say the Auditor General has said he's earning money that he's not supposed to earn. They have already done that. Yeah. Shida za kujiletea. Because by the time you start explaining there was a Court of Appeal ruling, the guy is gone. So please, let's take this audit exercise seriously so that we can be efficient across the board from all sides. And that's why I don't think the Auditor General is to be fixed. It is your people who have a responsibility that they have abdicated. So then I think, Malcolm, you look at that decision of the Court of Appeal, it can help us to deal with some of the emerging issues in Isiolo, in Samburu, and other counties where there seems to be arbitrary hiring. I don't know whether that decision related only to the office of the county attorney, or it gave the governor power to just appoint anybody as long as the assembly is required to vet.
Chair, law must be followed. There is nothing like arbitrarily choosing anybody from the air, put him in the office. Law has to be followed, even for those advisors, as it were. Law has to be followed because it has passed through the cabinet. In doing so, until then you send these names to the board for suitability interview for you to have them. Therefore, it's not picking anybody from wherever you put him there, Mr. Chair.
So we'll look at the County Attorney Act and see whether there needs to be some amendments to it. So I think then, Auditor General, since we are going to have an implementation timeframe, that will give you time to look at this and tell us that now you are satisfied that there was no loss of public funds. Now,
I don't know if there would be some way forward in as far as